Jimmie Allen and Brad Paisley.
Gentlemen, how are you?
Oh,
I'm
great.
great.
It's always weird when there are two stars here because you don't know who to focus on. I got two sets of eyeballs.
Brad. Focus on Brad.
To be
Don't
fair,
do that. Don't
to
do
be
that.
fair, Jimmie, your album is out today.
It is.
And so you are the guy that we booked and Brad came with you. So I'll spend the first minute with you. How about that?
Oh, wait, I didn't have to get up for this?
Well, you did. See, that's what I'm saying. Someone's ego is always a play here. Congrats on the album, Jimmie.
Thank you.
This is like the deluxe, the gold version.
Yeah.
How do you get someone like Brad on your record? Like, what is that text or what is that call?
It actually started. We were at Brad's house last year after the Opry. I went over there and me him.
Uninvited.
Yeah. Well, I kind of invited myself, but he kind of invited me. Me, him, Darius, and Tim hanging out, and we just started playing songs around. And I played "Freedom Was a Highway," actually, a new song. And Tim was like, "We should do a song together." So I was like, "Cool." So I sent Brad
Instead of Tim.
the song. Yeah.
I might say instead of Tim.
Instead of Tim, I
That was
sent
the
Brad
first
"Freedom Was a
choice.
Highway," and he said, "Yeah," and hopped on it and killed it.
Brad, let me ask you the question because that's a pretty exclusive club hanging out at your house without Jimmie. But how does Jimmie, as the new artist, get invited to the club with you and McGraw? Who else was there?
Darius.
And Darius.
And tell him who else was there earlier that night.
Oh, Bill Shatner.
Yeah, it was quite the night. It was really wild. But we, he'd been saying, I had told him about the bar we have at the house and stuff, and just kept saying we gotta have you out. And then I saw you were on the Opry that night, and those guys were already coming over, and I just said, hey, you gotta come show up and hang out. There's a great couple of videos that I've got on my phone of us. I put one of them up at the time. It was right before COVID. It was like middle of February 2020. We had no idea the time was running out. And we sang like a couple Hank Jr. songs and goofed around and played some of the new things you were working on. And in the bar, it was so much fun just to sit around the way that I think people envision Nashville artists hanging out, and I think when you pulled up, though, what was really neat was I had a bunch of people over, and Tim was like, where's the bathroom? And I said, it's down the hall. He's like, that's all right. And he just walks outside, goes right there in the bushes, and he's like waving like Cousin Eddie, you know what I mean, in Christmas Vacation as Jimmie drives up.
That's how I knew where the house was.
Tim McGraw's peeing in the bushes as you drive up.
Yeah.
Take a left at McGraw's Wiener, and then you'll be right at
And you're right
Brad's
there.
bar.
Yeah.
Hey, so Jimmie, with you being, and you're not a new artist, but you're not McGraw or Brad Paisley yet, or Darius.
Thankfully.
Yeah. So for you, is that an intimidating setting to be with
Very.
those guys, or are you just feeling like I belong? Let's go.
Man, it's kind of both, On one half, these are guys that have influenced me in my music. You know what I mean? These are guys that I hope my career tends to follow. So on that side, I'm like super intimidated. And then the other time, it's like they're just dudes, man. Like dudes just hanging out. But as soon as I'm like, we're just dudes hanging out, I'm like, wait, I'm hanging out with Brad Paisley, Darius Rucker, and Tim McGraw. So it's a ping pong type thing.
You belong there, though, and you said to my friend Scott that was there, Scott was kind of filming it, and you said, man, how did I get here? And he's like, a million right decisions.
Facts.
But it's really you belong here, and we're thrilled you're here, and I'm thrilled you asked me to be on this, and because when he asks, hey, will you be on a song on my record? You're like, please be a good song. Please don't give me the bad one. Give me the good one. There aren't any bad ones, though.
So tell me about the record that's out today, because it's the deluxe version, right?
Yeah, Betty James Gold Edition. I named it after my father and my grandmother, and I wanted to do an album just full of collaborations. And I didn't want to wait until like 10 years into my career to kind of show people who I am and my musical influences. I kind of wanted to do it now, So you got Brad, you got Darius, you got Tim, you got Charlie Pride. You got Lil Big Town, you got Monica, you got Pitbull, you got Nelly, you got Keith Urban.
And Babyface.
You got Babyface.
Yeah.
You got the new duo I just signed, Neon Unions, on there. It's so many people on there. Got Lanco, got Low Cash. It was cool to work with all these people that I'm fans of and some I'm friends with, and again, how we all got them to say yes. I think the pandemic played a lot in that because people sitting around with nothing to do. So it's perfect, perfect timing.
You guys check out Betty James, the Gold Edition. There are, I believe, 16 tracks.
16.
Holy moly. I had to go to second page. There were so
16.
many. So we're going to come back in a second. You guys going to play for us?
Yes.
Jimmy, Brad. I was watching Brad do some sort of math probability with his guitar a second ago. He's over in a corner, leaned over by himself. And he looks over at Jimmy, and Jimmy just hits the chord and goes, all right, I'm good. Like, what were you doing? Like, can you just play that, whatever you were doing there?
just kind of like trying to figure out what's the bluegrass version of this while we play this.
So you were figuring out the song you're about to play.
Yeah, I was like, so what sounds good? Because the way we do it, I played electric solo, and we've been working this up. The beauty of it is we're going to be on tour. It's the first time I've ever been on tour with someone while I have a duet out with them. Usually they have to like show up at a show. You're going to be there every night, whether you like it or not. And we get to play this every night. So we worked up this rockin' version with distorted electric guitar and all these things. But now we're sitting here and it's like, oh, wait a minute, what's this like? Because I can't do that on this guitar. It's an acoustic. So you're about to hear my attempt at the bluegrass version of Freedom Was a Highway.
So we got kind of the genesis of this song, Freedom Was a Highway. You're over at Brad's house. You're playing with Tim McGraw, Brad, Darius, and you played this song outward to them. It hasn't been recorded yet. Is that right?
No, I don't think I did. I might have just recorded it, and everybody was playing new songs. So I was curious to know what these song geniuses thought about it, and I was like, "Don't suck, please." Hope they don't think the song.
Would you have told him, Brad, if you didn't like it?
No.
Okay. What would you have said if he played it? Not asking you to be on it, but he played something that was kind of dumpy, and how would you react to that?
Bless your heart.
I got a million canned responses. I'm ready at any given point.
You're just like, well, how about that?
Yeah. Wow. Well, what chord was that?
Like,
That's
cool.
cool.
Or the famous one is, so what else you got?
Yeah, man. What else you got? That's my wife's response at this point. Write her a song now, and it's like, pass. You've got better.
Did you guys talk about that song specifically, Jimmie? And you were like, hey, I would like you to be on this song that I played at your house.
It clicked for me when I was playing it, and then Brad started playing guitar to it. And then after we talked about, doing a song together, I was just listening. I was like, dude, this got Brad Paisley, like, all over it. And I was like, a Brad Paisley doing Brad Paisley on this song would, like, really, like...
I wanted to do somebody else, but I wanted to be like, Clapton on it, but no.
Nah.
Do you feel, Brad, if you do a song like this, you're like, okay, I'll do it, but it's got to be the radio single?
No, not at all. I never thought it would be. Those things never work out. I'm glad it is. It's like usually there's, a million reasons why labels say no or make the wrong decision at that point, and it's like it's really rare that you get something that you think should be a single that sees the light of day like this at the right time. And also just the synergy. We're about to tour. We're about to go out there while it's rising, which is fun. It's always fun to go out there, and especially now after we starved people for a year and a half of that moment, we're going to stand in front of arenas full of people and go, here it is, as they're just kind of getting to know it. It's going to be fun.
Jimmie, you just got married?
Yeah.
Is life different or no?
No. Not. We've been together for a little bit. We've smelled each other's morning breath, so it's pretty much the same. It's just now we're contractually bound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was the wedding?
Man, it was cool, dude. It was like the ceremony was like very king and queen, super classy, and the reception just went ratchet. I had my cousin Cheeseburger, DJ, that's his name. I just found out his real name was Thomas White, and I've known him my whole life. Just found out. But it was fun, man. We played like my favorite R&B hip-hop songs from 2000 just to 2011. So it was a party.
And you have another baby?
Yeah, baby girl on the way. She's hopefully 3 of 7.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I want more.
You want to have a lot of kids?
Yeah, my grandpa has 15 and my dad has 8. So we're just getting started.
He's settling on 7.
Jeez, man. Well, listen, the record's out today. You guys check out Betty James Gold Edition. Everybody from Low Cash, Lanco, Pitbull, Little Big Town, Keith Urban, Babyface, Nelly. You got a lot of people that influenced you to come on your record. That's pretty cool. That says a lot about you too, that they would say yes to that. Because they're going to say yes to some schmo.
Yeah.
Or would you, Brad?
Yeah, man, it's super cool that they all said, yeah, man. I still pinch myself every day, that I get to do this for a living with, guys like Brad and everybody that, obviously respect what I do. If they didn't, they would have said no. So,
you guys check out Betty James Gold Edition. Next segment, I do have a little favor to ask of you, Brad. Mm-hmm. I don't ask for a lot of favors, and heck, it's not even from me.
Am I done?
I'm in.
We're still on the air right now, so you can. Jimmie's got to go. He's got to. He was like, "Can I go right now?" You can go whenever you want. We're not holding you here. Okay, Brad. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging around.
I'm thrilled to. I had nothing else to do.
Nice. What time do you wake up? Being an international music star, what time do you have to wake up in the morning?
I don't know what the rules are, but I get up late. I
You
stay
do?
up late. I'm most creative at night, so I probably get up about 10 o'clock.
Man, that is the life.
I bet in your case. When's the last time you woke up at 10 o'clock a.m.?
No, I don't know. Like I love to sleep until noon or 1, but I physically just can't do it anymore because I've been so trained.
Yeah.
And then, sometimes I'll go over to California and work, and then I have to wake up at like 1
Yeah, right.
because we're working. So it's not healthy. It's not healthy for
it's
me.
probably
I
not.
want to go the Brad Paisley diet of sleep. That's
You
more.
definitely do.
Yeah, that's
I
more my
recommend
style.
it. I think it's great.
The nationwide guitar jingle. That's awesome. Like you just made an extra 10,000, right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We just cost you some money unless they're an advertiser already.
Whatever. I'm sure they are.
No, it's like, but I always when I hear that jingle now, I hear Brad. Did you know? And then it's Peyton's voice. Hey, Brad. Did you know you can bundle together?
Are you guys just constantly zinging off each other, you and Peyton Manning?
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine that's a pretty fun shoot for you guys.
Yeah, it's great. I can't get enough of being around him. The man is a genius. He shouldn't be any good at comedy. We've seen athletes attempt that before. Usually it doesn't end well. And his instincts for dry humor are the best I've ever seen. And he just has this innate ability to be a character that's kind of like who he really is, but also not. And I'm thrilled to be part of that band, even though my whole shtick on the thing is acting like I'm not happy to be part of that band.
Brad Paisley is here, and I had Brad stick around. Just randomly, I was checking my DMs that come just from people sending messages. And I can't read them all, but I try to sweep through and read some of them, but as many as possible.
Yeah.
And this guy named Chris in Raleigh's on. Let's put Chris on. He does not know that Brad's here. Hey, Chris, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good, Bobby. How are you?
Can you hear him?
Yeah, hey, Chris, it's Brad. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
And it is awesome. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Chris, so tell Brad what you sent me on Instagram.
So I reached out to Bobby on Instagram. My fiance and I just recently moved from Connecticut down to North Carolina to start a chapter of our own. And we are getting married next October. And our wedding song is actually going to be your song then. In 2014, we actually saw you perform at the Xfinity Theater in Connecticut. And that was on your set list. And we knew right then and there that was going to be our wedding song.
Oh, that's great. Not I'm Gonna Miss Her? You weren't going to do that one? The fishing song didn't work? No,
So-
I'm thrilled to hear that, buddy. That means a lot to me.
So Chris asked me if you could... Chris, what did you want Brad to say what at your... Because we're going to make a little video here. What do you want Brad to say into a camera so you can play it at your wedding?
So we were actually just looking to see if you would just do a introduction for us as a newly wedded couple, leading into a segue for your song for our first dance.
Oh, I'll do better than that. I'm going to sing it right now, at least a piece of it for you that you can use, and I would love to, and we'll videotape it and audio tape it right now for you, and then you can have that. And also, what are you doing? What city are you in North Carolina?
So we currently live in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay, so August 27th, what are you doing?
Nothing that I know of.
You're coming to our show is what you're doing. We play Raleigh on
Man,
August
that is
27th.
awesome.
Why don't you bring her with you, and I'll meet you there. But right now, we'll tape your wedding performance. And
Awesome.
Chris is a guy with a lot of energy. You know, I respect someone who comes on and is like shot out of a cannon.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
he's
taking it all in.
No, I know.
no, yeah, I get it.
But I would be like, ah!
I was this way with Bono, so
It's one of those
no
crazy
comparison
things
though.
that it's too good to be true, and it's overwhelmingly it's so awesome.
So what are your names that you would like for me to say here? Please welcome Mr. and Mrs.
So it's going to be Mr. and Mrs. Roy.
Roy. Last name's Roy.
Yes, sir.
like the TV show Succession. Wonderful.
Eddie, what camera should This Brad one right look at? there. That one right there?
So
Okay.
so it's Chris Roy and who's your better half?
Her current name is Jillian Gorman, but soon to be Jillian Roy.
Jillian Roy, J. Roy.
Wait,
Soon
so
to be J. Roy.
and also they saw Brad in 2014 and knew that this was going to be their song. So like, what
What
took
took so
7
long?
years ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just curious.
Yeah. Well.
So at the time, we were just going back and forth. We actually became a little distant at first, and then we reconnected. And after that, it was one of those things that we just knew we couldn't be without each other.
Oh, okay.
And it was one of those, once we moved to North Carolina, we started our own little family with our 3 awesome dogs. And it's just been one thing after another, and I don't know if I could see a life without her.
Are you satisfied with that, Amy?
Yes.
Amy's crying. I think so.
Well, listen, thanks for listening, not only to me, but being a Brad fan. And, man, that's as special as you can get.
August 27th, come meet me. We'll see how the planning's coming for this.
Awesome. I can't thank you guys enough. This is awesome.
Brad's headlining Nashville's 4th of July celebration, Let Freedom Ring on Lower Broadway, Nashville's first major post-pandemic gathering. Who knew?
Who knew we'd get here?
Right? I mean, this is going to be a big old, we're talking about a wedding, a gathering. Made me think about this you're hosting. I mean, that's pretty cool to be out and just be playing music again for thousands of people, right?
You're telling me. I know you've missed being out there, so have I. And, I think it's a miracle. We're back.
And then the new song, City of Music. We're going to play that. Tell me about this one.
Well, I think it's probably informed by the pandemic. I mean, honestly, when you take away everything we love here, and we got hit. Nashville got hit. First a tornado, then a pandemic, then a bomb, then a flood. I mean, what in the world was the last year for us? And so I'm sitting there looking at like the stories of these pilgrims that come to this town, all of us. You're one of them now too. And it's like everybody has this vision in their mind of what Nashville is, and it is that. And it's so much more. And so I wanted to write this song that feels like the celebration of this center of the universe for us, and it's Mecca. This place is our pilgrimage site. So, anyway, so we finished this, and it's kind of it sort of encompasses the project I've been working on.
We're going to play it. Here is Brad Paisley, City of Music. Brad, a million thank yous. You do such great work, not only when you come in here and you play music, but also just what you do for the community as well.
Same to you.
I saw on Instagram you were driving by the store. You guys fund. Do you ever pop in there and do a shift?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yeah, but the shifts they look different for the last year. We're actually going to have to figure out what this thing is now because we had to pivot. We had to become a place that worked through a pandemic with deliveries and, a whole different thing. But now we're able to finally have people start coming in and be the grocery sort of place we wanted to be for these folks that need it. But yeah, we did several different deliveries, and that was one of the things that got me through it. If you feel like you're helping people, it's a little easier to kind of get through times like that.
Appreciate you, and let's play it now. Here's the new one from Brad. We'll clap him out though. Brad Paisley.
Thank you guys.
Good to see you, bud.